Hi guys, good morning. Today I want to read Bone Soup. Have you guys ever eaten bone soup? This book is by Elissa Cappuccilli. The three witches carried their cauldron and bone far, far away until they came to a door. The witches hadn't even begun to knock when the door groaned open, and there, the scariest looking monster they have ever seen towered before them. It made the witches shiver. Do you remember what shiver means? But at last, they were very hungry. Trick or treat, trick or treat. We've something unusually good to eat. It's bone soup. Soup from a bone, said Naggy Witch. Bone soup? Impossible. Go away. There will be time for your tricks later, boomed the monster. It's no trick. A bit of water is all you need, promised Naggy Witch. I'm hungry, Papa, said a little monster as he appeared at the door. Can we make bone soup, please? Nope, none of your tricks, boomed the monster. Only a treat, Naggy Witch replied, and in minutes the bone and the water were bubbling inside the cauldron. Naggy Witch gave the cauldron a stir. She took a small taste. Bewitching, she said. If only we had something savory. That's all it needs. But where can we find it? Look, another door, said Craggy Witch. The three witches hadn't even begun to knock when the door opened with a hiss. And there, the spookiest ghost they have ever seen floated before them. It made the witches tremble. But alas, they were very hungry. Trick or treat, trick or treat. We've something unusual good to eat. It's bone soup, soup from a bone. A savory monster is all it needs. Bone soup? Impossible. Go away. There will be time for your tricks later, called the ghost. It's not a trick, it's a treat, said Scaggy Witch. And as the ghost was feeling a bit hungry, the most savory eye of a giant was soon bubbling in the cauldron. Bedazzling, said Naggy Witch after the small taste. If only we had something crunchy. And with that, the eeriest ghouls brought forth a long, crackling lizard tail. It's in the cauldron it goes, said Naggy Witch. An unusual scent began to wave through the air now. Doors creaked open, windows squeaked wide open. But I wonder, can a tasty tidbit or two be found? Juice of a toad, earthworms, dried dragon wings, drooled a bat. Colored flies, hot and sweet, snarled a goblin. Sluggy, slimy sludge, whispered a mummy. Claws, claws, and more claws, rattled the skeleton. Hypnotizing, murmured Naggy Witch, mixing and stirring and mixing and stirring. Wrinkled fingers, ooh, old toenails, howled a werewolf. Dead leaves, cobwebs, and wrinkled of prunes, snickered a vampire. Even Naggy Witch had to gasp. Now the crowd was growing hungrier and hungrier and hungrier. Bone soup? Soup of a bone? This better not be a trick, growled the monster. He was feeling particularly fierce and quite hungry by then. I'll take back that eye, warned the ghost, and that crinkly tail, grumbled the ghoul. It won't hang around much longer, sneered the bat. I'll use powers of my own, scowled the goblin. Let's wrap this up, the mummy mumbled. Don't rattle me further, said the skeleton. Ooh, let's go, howled the werewolf. Before it's too late, snarled the vampire, bringing his fangs. Bone soup, soup from a bone, they whispered. Bone soup, soup from a bone, they chanted. Bone soup, soup from a bone, they roared. What do you think's gonna happen? Poof, imagine that. Naggy Witch crackled gleefully. Bone soup, and it's ready at last. Trick or treat, called Naggy Witch. We've something unusual to eat. And as a full moon rose in the sky, the three witches filled a steaming bowl of bone soup for it. It was made with ingredients tried and true, and some monstrously new. The soup was scary, spooky, eerie, bewitching, bedazzling, bulgering, hypnotizing, and spellbinding. But most of all, it was bone-chilling delicious. Do you guys think that that sounds good?